like your mental health is on the decline? Here are 10 subtle signs that may indeed be true. Hello y'all, and welcome to Mental Health Mondays. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to take a closer look at declining mental health and what that means. And we're also going to try to figure out if maybe this is what you're going through. But first, I would like to remind you to check out
Anna Lamind, The Power of Misfits,
and visit The Learning Mind. Make sure you like and subscribe if you find this content interesting, and comment if you'd like. So how do you know if your mental health is on the decline? Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. It plays a role in your growth, your stability, and your resistance. It's imperative that you take care of yourself, both mentally and physically, and emotionally. So paying close attention to the minor details in your mental health, that can alert you to problems that you may be having or problems that are about to happen to you. Subtle signs of mental health decline. Let's take a look at a few of these. Indicators, they gradually appear over time. Some may even seem like normal actions or reactions. And a lot of people may have told you that the way that you're acting is normal. And it could be that your mental health is declining and you just don't know that. Number one is decreased work productivity. Whether you work outside of the home or you have your own business, you can experience a decline in your work productivity. And you may struggle in this area a lot. A decline in productivity would be being late for work a lot, missing multiple deadlines, and it may also be a number of inconsistencies. You may even be argumentative. When conditions such as depression become worse, this is when you may miss work or be late for work a lot because maybe you're sleeping longer and it's hard to get out of bed. And when this is going on, there may be a problem. Okay, number two, unexplained aches and pains. Strange aches and pains aren't necessarily from laziness, or they're not necessarily from injured muscles either. They may not really have any known reason. It could be that you're not comfortable mentally. Your physical discomfort comes sometimes from your mental discomfort. Issues like headaches, muscle stiffness, that can actually come from depressive episodes. And sometimes you don't even know that you're depressed when this is happening. Increased panic attacks, that's number three. If you're having more panic attacks than usual, this could be from stress intolerances. And many people are diagnosed with anxiety disorders, and they have panic attacks. They take medication to lessen these panic attacks. So if you're doing everything you're supposed to do and you're having an increase in your panic attacks, it could be that your mental health is declining. This is especially concerning things like PTSD as well. That can cause an increase in panic episodes. It may even happen when there are no triggers present. Usually there are triggers that cause these episodes, but sometimes there doesn't have to be. Number four, an increase in risky behavior. Now, first of all, I want to say that a lot of people love thrill-seeking activities normally. They could be pretty happy. That's just something they enjoy doing, and that's another subject for another day. But if you've noticed an urge lately to engage in risky behavior, and you didn't really do it a lot before, and if your depression is getting worse, you're gonna have that urge to up your adrenaline and up your dopamine in order to feel better. And that excitement, that fear with thrill-seeking behavior, in your mind, that's gonna be the quickest way to increase the dopamine and increase the adrenaline. So watch for that urge. Number 5, experiencing vertigo. Now, I experience vertigo, but it's rare. I have to be extremely, extremely distraught and upset to have vertigo. But when your mental health declines, you may start feeling dizzy more often, and it may be more severe. The reason mental health causes vertigo and dizziness is because it causes a disruption in your blood flow. In turn, this can limit the amount of oxygen that you get to your brain. Thus, you can feel dizzy. You can even pass out. And it's kind of scary. And when it happens to me, the sudden loss of control is just, it's freaky. And no, it's not funny. Sometimes I just laugh to cope with things. So it's not that I'm enjoying these things. Number 6, an increase in substance use. Now, some people are social drinkers, and that's a different thing altogether. But if you notice an increase in alcohol consumption or the urge to drink just suddenly, and you really don't drink that much, you could be experiencing a decline in your mental health. And if you've ever engaged in these substances, your brain remembers this high. And the sensation is, it feels good when you're depressed. Even though you know, if you've drank before, you know that it will not last. When your mental health declines, a sudden urge may rise to return to old habits. And if it was a habit before, you may return to drinking. Number 7, others will start to notice differences in you. And people close to you, they may start to notice that there's something just different. They may ask you what's wrong because they see that something's off, and you may not even know. They may pick up on something, and it's because you can put out negative vibes when you're in a bad place. And these vibes are really strong. You can put out positive vibes and negative vibes. Human beings are full of energy. We are powerful. Your loved ones will notice a shift in your behavior, sometimes long before you do. And you should pay attention to this. When someone asks what's wrong with you, take time to do what? Introspection. Introspection is our friend. That's how we remain good people. If you let them in, you may notice the decline and take appropriate coping actions for this. Number 8, your insomnia becomes worse. If you already struggle with insomnia, when your mental health declines, it will get worse. That's usually because of rumination, worry, anxiety, even depression. You will lay in the bed and you will think about all the things that you need to do or all the things that could go wrong, and you'll have a really hard problem going to sleep. If it's harder to sleep at night and you're analyzing and solving problems up here, it could be an indicator that you need to take a break from stressors. Number 9, frequent sicknesses or illnesses. Have you noticed that you contract every cold and virus that goes around? It may not be just physical, but mental health can affect your immune system, making it weaker, causing you to be more susceptible to germs. If you're sick more often than usual, you could be experiencing depression. because when you're depressed, you are a magnet for germs. Number 10, you're just not yourself, okay? You know who you are. Maybe you cannot pinpoint what's off, and that's because it's just you. Your entire being feels like it's absent. And you have no motivation and no passion for anything. The things you used to be passionate for is kind of dull. It's likely your mental health is declining, and it's so subtle. You never notice the process until it becomes so bad and you feel horrible. Pay attention to your lack of motivation and procrastination. You will procrastinate a lot more, and that could be abnormal to be procrastinating like that. Recognize these things, okay? 10 subtle indicators that your mental health can be declining. So we want to recognize them. And what do we want to do? We want to take action, because we have to take action in order to get anything done. That's just life. If you think your mental health is declining, first off, talk to your regular doctor and make sure there's not a physical reason, because sometimes there is a physical reason that can, just like your mental health can affect your physical health can in turn affect your mental health. So let's rule out any physical illnesses first. Then, if everything is good physically, take a day off. You probably deserve it. Most people are working really hard right now and they need a day off. And a lot of people, you guys, they don't have a day off. And when you take this day off, get plenty of rest. Consult your support system, your trusted group of friends and family members who care for you, really care for you. Talk with them. Spend more time outside. Nature is wonderful. Also, if you don't want to go do something, don't go do it. Say no to engagements that you do not want to attend. And you don't owe anyone any explanations. Don't go if you don't want to go. If it's going to affect your mental health and you know that, or if it's just not a good time, don't do it. Just don't do it. And stay away from toxic situations. If you know something is toxic, stay away from it. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to help people when you know that you're depleted of mental energy and emotional strength. Your number one priority is lifting your mood and keeping your anxiety at bay, keeping your depression at bay. If others do not understand, hey, that's okay. But you don't have to answer to the other people out there. The focus is your health. If you can't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of anybody else. And let no one shame you for needing a break in your life. This is how we recharge. This is how we protect ourselves. If you think you may be suffering from mental illness, please seek a professional. Don't try to diagnose yourself.
If you've experienced other subtle signs that alerted you that your mental health was declining, please share them in the comments. Remember, everything is a learning process in this life. Which reminds me, don't forget to check out The Learning Mind and maybe get a copy of Anna Lemine's book, The Power of Misfits. Thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful day. I wish you good mental health. I bless you, and I hope that the rest of your day and the rest of your week is absolutely amazing. So, have a good mental health Monday, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, guys.